Namaskar my dear friends. Let me give you a brief idea about what we will be studying in Power Management Design Lifecycle. So this is the course that we have launched and it will be starting on September 07 2024, and this will be a 3 months course for complete hardware design, right? So hope you have seen this particular advertisement, and this will be kinds of like a power management design life cycle training, and it will be online live training that will be starting from, as I already told you, September 7 to November 30. So basically we are targeting academic students as well as professionals, and you will be given certification at the last. So what are the things that we will be covering? I'll just give you a brief idea about it. So let me just give you a scenario. Basically what happens is, any design you see, you will be needing, let us say you have a microcontroller board, so you may need 3.3 volt power supply, right? That is your VDD. So directly you cannot get 3.3 volts, so for that reason we have to have one AC-DC converter. So this will be AC-DC converter. So first of all we will be designing some 3 AC-DC converters, okay? And then it can be taken as like 15 volt output, or let's say 12 volt output, whatever the specification is. Then we will be utilizing one switching regulator which will be giving us, let us say, 5 volt, and this 5 volt will be converted to 3.3 volt using linear regulator. So a complete understanding of power management like AC-DC, then DC-DC switching, and then DC-DC linear regulator, all the three we will try to understand one by one, okay? So if I give you the curriculum, basically we will try to first look into what is my problem statement, like how to define your problem. Once you define your problem, then we will do some brainstorming to understand how to approach for solution. Once we approach for solution, then we can make it conceptualize or explore the techniques to solve that particular problem. Once we understand the process, then we can go ahead with power supply management requirement, right? And we will prepare block diagram. One additional thing that we will be giving you in this session is, we will introduce LTS spice introduction and simulation. So a complete understanding of LTS spice, which is free and available from analog devices, that I will teach you very easily. Next will be, we will go ahead with schematic design entry. So unless you enter the design, like once you understand AC-DC converter, so let us say we have understood AC-DC converter, so we will enter this particular design in software, and then we will enter DC-DC converter, that is your switching regulator and linear regulator, all these three. At the same time you will be learning the concept of how to select the components, right? Let us say fuse or MOSFET or resistor or capacitor, any component that we will be using while designing the circuit. Before that we have to have a component selection understanding, right? And then we will do the schematic design calculation and concepts, as well as schematic capture, which I am just telling you for schematic entry, right? Then we will generate the BOM, and not only generation by software, later you have to modify and optimize by yourself in Excel sheet, right? So that you can send it for your production. And then we will understand schematic review and techniques. Coming back to the next phase, we will try to see PCB as well. So let us say we are going to design 2-layer PCB or 4-layer PCB. So what will be the layer stack up, and let us say this is my PCB size. So which place what will be kept, how to place the component, where to place the component. So all will be regarding the design point of view, okay? So this will be also taught to you. And at last the best part is, we will be completing the module by giving you a resume preparation guidance, and then LinkedIn profile as well, and what are the things that is actually asked in interview, and what are the different processes and tips that you need to follow. Then we will be giving an understanding of how to go ahead with job search as well if you are looking for this, and we will give you at the last certification. So let me give you a understanding. Let us say this is my AC-DC converter, where we have designed one AC-DC converter with 12 volt 3 ampere output. Okay, so from 230 volt AC to 12 volt 3 ampere output we are going to design. And how to start first, like what is my connector, what is my fuse, what is my movie like metal oxide varistor or MOVs, then common mode choke, then bridge rectifier. So all these one by one will be taught, not directly into the schematic. First there will be a theory, then we will try to design this. And there is three kinds of controller. Let us say we have a controller, let's say PWM controller. So it will be having like outside MOSFET. So let us say MOSFET is outside. That will be first kind. Second kind will be MOSFET will be inside. Okay, and third kind will be MOSFET will be inside, as well as my isolation will also be inside, that is optocoupler. So you can see we will have feedback as optocoupler, which will be like this. Okay, and this is taken from outside output side, so this will be taken inside. So there are three kinds of controller that we will be teaching you. At the same time, we will be giving you an understanding of how to select the particular values of capacitors and like resistors to design your switching regulators, and what are the things we need to keep in mind while putting test points and like connector and all those things. Similar to that, we will take up linear regulator design as well, and how you are going to put this into your schematic, and how you will be writing down, or how you will be selecting the components for your bill of materials. So alright guys, hope you have understood what are the things that we will be covering during this particular session. So good, go ahead and register for this particular course to have a complete understanding and skills in hardware design engineering. Thank you so much.